The Call. Late in the evening, the call center of the North Prefecture receives a call concerning loud music coming from a bar in the old town. The music is disturbing the occupants of nearby houses. The dispatcher forwards the information to police officers patrolling the area. The police officers check the address and arrive at the bar a few minutes later. Entering the bar, the police officers notice a group of people sitting at a table. One of them is the owner of the bar. A policeman asks the owner to turn the music down and writes a report about the incident. At the same time, one of the police officers notices that the group sitting at the table is leaving. They leave most of their ordered meal behind. This seems suspicious, and he decides to follow them. The men walk out of the bar, get into a car, and drive away. A police officer writes down the car number and forwards the details about the suspicious men and the vehicle to the police dispatcher. In the call center, the information is entered into the OPIS and MIS databases. The information gathered from the databases reveals that the owner of the car is a man named Anatoly. The dispatcher immediately transmits the information about the car and its owner through the police radio to all police officers patrolling in Tallinn. Their task is to check the documents of the person sitting in the car. The patrol cars near Anatoly's home address receive an additional message through the M-Kairi system. However, during the night shift, no one spots the suspicious vehicle. Cooperation. The next morning, the heads of the Crime Bureau, Citizenship and Migration Bureau, Law Enforcement Bureau, and the Border Guard Bureau gather for a daily operative meeting. This meeting is held each morning to discuss the events of the past 24 hours. In the meeting, the officer in charge of the call center reports the incident with the suspicious group in the bar. It is decided that the Citizenship and Migration Bureau will investigate the case further. The work starts by conducting a background check on the bar. This is done through the UUSIS system that is linked to different national databases. In just a few moments, the official gets an overview of the people connected to the bar. It becomes evident that several foreigners are connected to the bar. Armed with this information, immigration officials, in cooperation with border guard officials, go to check the bar. They check the client's documents and capture two people who are illegally staying in Estonia, Mahmoud and Mehtap. The illegal immigrants are taken to the Immigration Expulsion Center. Two investigations are initiated, one for staying in the country illegally and one for working without a permit. The police officials submit an application to the county court for keeping these men at the Immigration Expulsion Center for a longer period of time. The investigation. Mehtap is questioned by the officials of the Border Guard Bureau. It becomes evident that Mehtap and his companion planned to use Estonia as a transit country, and they were assisted by someone else. The contents of the cell phones confiscated from the two men are investigated by the analysts of the Crime Bureau. In Mehtap's cell phone, they find a Finnish phone number that belongs to a man called Ahmed and a Latvian number that belongs to Janis. As there is enough information to conclude that the men did not come to Estonia on their own, the heads of the different bureaus decide to put together a special team for further investigation. In cooperation with the prosecutor's office, a criminal investigation is started and surveillance procedures are planned. The Crime Bureau and the Border Guard Bureau are made responsible for the investigation. The Citizenship and Migration Bureau is to assist by conducting background checks. A detective of the Crime Bureau questions the two men as witnesses. In the course of interrogation, she finds out that Mehtap is connected to the smuggling operation of illegal immigrants. He acts as a translator and accompanies illegal immigrants on their journey. A contact of Janis, found in Mehtap's cell phone, acts as a go-between in Latvia who helps illegal immigrants to cross the border. In Estonia, the men are transported by Anatoly. Ferry tickets were due to be bought by a man called Kalev. Ahmed was supposed to help them in Finland. Analysts at the Crime Bureau managed to obtain Anatoly's number from Mehtap's cell phone. He is put under surveillance to gather additional information. On the basis of the information gathered, the Border Guard Bureau puts together a risk analysis that is sent to all of the border outposts. As a result, two more illegal immigrants, Zaid and Harun, are caught by the Border Guard officials working at the port. They are also taken to the Immigration Expulsion Center. Their cell phones reveal that these men have also been in contact with Ahmed, Anatoly and Kalev. It is discovered that Zaid and Harun have paid €600 for transportation. The result. The analysis of the footage obtained from the surveillance cameras of the port show that Zaid and Harun arrived to the port with Anatoly. There, they met Kalev, who bought them ferry tickets to Finland. Based on the analysis of gathered information, Kalev and Anatoly are directly linked to the transportation of illegals in Estonia. Analysts of the Crime Bureau start to investigate the background of Anatoly's and Kalev's income in order to establish the possibility of recovering any proceeds from organised crime. The Border Guard also monitors their phone calls. From one phone call, they obtain the time and destination of the next transportation of illegals. To convict someone for organising illegal immigration, it is essential to have evidence of the whole criminal chain responsible for the transport of these people. At the next meeting of the investigation team, further actions are planned. It is decided that to arrest the suspects, the assistance of the Rapid Response Team of the Law Enforcement Bureau will be requested. The arrests and the recovering of the proceeds of organised crime also need to be discussed with the prosecutor. Surveillance shows that Anatoly leaves home and drives alone in the direction of Latvia. After some hours, the car arrives back to Estonia with at least 2 people who are suspected illegal immigrants. As the port of Tallinn is the potential destination of Anatoly, border guard officials are already waiting there. A rapid response team is also prepared and is placed in the vicinity of the port. In the port, Anatoly, together with his passengers, meets Kalev. Kalev enters the port building with the suspected illegal immigrants. Anatoly remains in the parking lot. Border guard officials follow the illegal immigrants through the check-in gates and detain them on their way to the ferry. The 2 foreigners are later taken to the Immigration Expulsion Centre. At the same time, the Rapid Response Team detains Anatoly and Kalev at the parking lot. Kalev and Anatoly are taken to the detention centre. The Border Guard Bureau also shares the information concerning Ahmed and Yanis with their Finnish and Latvian colleagues. The case is usually concluded by gathering additional evidence and information for finalising the criminal investigation, so the prosecutor has all the necessary materials to prove the crime. The departments and institutions that were involved. Police from the Law Enforcement Bureau, North Prefecture. The call centre, Law Enforcement Bureau, North Prefecture. The head of the North Prefecture and the heads of its bureaus. The Border Guard Bureau, North Prefecture. The Citizenship and Migration Bureau, North Prefecture. The Crime Bureau, North Prefecture. The Immigration Expulsion Centre, Police and Border Guard Board. The Operative Department, Police and Border Guard Board. Rapid Response Division, North Prefecture. The Translation Service, Police and Border Guard Board. The Detention Centre of the North Prefecture. The Prosecutor's Office, Harju County Court.